Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. My name is Dex, and today we are going to check out a new game, Jurassic World Evolution. This is going to be a quick gameplay overview with some great footage. And without further ado, let's start.
Hello. May I say welcome? My name is Dr. Ian Malcolm. You may have heard of me. Well, correction, you should have heard of me, especially now that you're here. So before you are the islands that you need to manage, if you can. The 5 deaths. Jeez, if only there had been 5. Okay, this is as good a place as any to begin. Isla Matanceros. It's relatively stable. Yeah, you can get your feet wet here, and you should. Because diving into the deep end of the pool is where the big, angry, hungry things are, and you want to be ready before you try that.
I'm Cabot Finch, Public Relations and Crisis Management, and I'm here to help you. You'll start by building a Hammond Creation Lab. We've already started on an enclosure for you. You should just attach it to the side. But watch out for dinosaurs. Just kidding. Let's focus on what you're here to do, which is create dinosaur facilities on the islands we call the 5 Deaths. Actually, Las Cinco Muertes, because Spanish is the lingo of choice around here. You'll need to connect it to the pre-existing network of paths in the power grid. Now comes the real test. Incubating a dinosaur. You'll start with a Struthiomimus. Select the creation lab and pick a hatchery bay. There's enough genome data for your first viable dinosaur.
Okay, let's incubate a dinosaur. But firstly, we should modify his genome. We have a cosmetic and lifespan genome modifications that we can apply. For example, this cardio strength modification gives +6 to lifespan and -1% to viability. And this one, 25% to rating and -5% to viability.
The machinations of the ambitious, undoing extinction, playing with nature's laws. What can possibly go wrong?
Come on, Doctor. You know we've learned so much and invested even more in our Jurassic operations since the last time.
Yes, Mr. Finch, yes, the last time. There's always a last time. And a next. Life. It begins. The most precious moment. The result of incalculable actions and reactions, trials and errors, genetic mutations and unknowable combinations, chaos, all leading to a living, breathing, thinking being, an entity, distinct and unique. And now we, you, just manufacture them. So, well done, I guess.
This was nice animation, right? And look at him drinking. Awesome. And that made this water bar fill up to the max. So, here we have some dinosaur statistics, like health and food and whatnot. The bar should always be on the blue side or bad things might happen.
The Hammond Foundation has three main areas of interest: security, entertainment, and science. I've already nudged the heads of each division to reach out to you personally. They'll offer opportunities and incentives for you to be part of their team. Choose one of their contracts. It'll help you develop your facility.
Like he said, we should choose one of these contracts. Let's see. Let's try this guy.
This is Lambert, head of security.
Yours, theirs, and mine. Welcome to the islands. So here's our basic conundrum. We want to keep our animals under control while simultaneously encouraging instinctive behaviors, because these animals have potential as combatants. Look, everyone's fear object, myself included, is to have these animals running free and loose in the park. But we can't exploit them globally without taking some chances.
Contracts can be requested from the division heads inside the control room. Complete these to increase your reputation and gain additional revenue to keep expanding your park.
Now we should build expedition center. Let's put it here maybe? No. Here. Like that.
So, one more thing. Your reputation. Your rep, quote unquote. Keep an eye on it, okay? If you have a solid reputation with a division, you're more likely to benefit from them. Financially, I mean. But, like life, it's a balancing act. Each division is vying for your attention, and if they don't get it, they tend to take it personally. Well done. And you'll notice absolutely no hint of sarcasm. Unless you listen real closely. So, what I meant to say is that completing that contract has raised your standing. Your reputation, if you will, with the security division. This means they'll be willing to give you more difficult missions.
Lambert here. I've got a new assignment that I think is perfect for your skill set. Give it a once over, then let me know if you're interested. Glad to have you on board. As you can imagine, the animals in the various facilities are constantly probing for weaknesses in our security systems. They're smarter and more devious than people give them credit for. But I refuse to underestimate their capabilities. That's why I'm always testing and evaluating our security protocols and barriers. And this is where you come in.
I've got to give this guy Lambert his due. He actually sees these animals as both opportunity and threat.
I'm gonna need you to extract enough DNA from fossils to incubate and hatch a dinosaur. This is the first phase of this mission. Carry on.
Wow. Look at this rain. Just like looking out of a window.
An expedition center will allow you to send dig teams around the world in search of new dino fossils. DNA can be extracted from these fossils, which our scientists can then turn into living, breathing dinosaurs. And that's our true lifeblood. Good! Your first expedition team is out. They'll bring back what they find to the fossil center for extraction. Your job is simple, really. Create dinosaurs which attract visitors to your facilities, brings in capital, money, huh? Which means you can do more research to build better facilities and create more dinosaurs, and there you go. A circle of life, development and resources, nature and commerce. See? Simple.
Okay. We need 50% of Edmontosaurus genome. That would be this one, right? Yep. And now we have 5 out of 6 extraction slots available. So let's upgrade this Strutiomimus genome by extracting DNA from this fossil and this one.
You should extract genomes from fossils that have been collected inside your fossil center. That will increase the amount of viable data you have to create dinosaurs.
Expedition is back. And we got 2 fossils and a piece of rhodium that we can sell because there is no DNA in it. And we should extract these 2 fossils for DNA. 1 and 2. That is done. Now we can send another expedition. Here, like that.
Okay, next you'll need to incubate the animal in a Hammond creation laboratory before releasing and housing it in an enclosure. You'll also want to make sure we've got an ACU presence on this island.
So, the mission is to build an ACU center. But let's check this research first.
The research center lets you improve your park in various exciting ways. New buildings, upgrades, and more await.
Research allows you to improve and expand multiple aspects of your facilities. And you can research new and improved genes to modify your dinosaurs with. Some items have division reputation requirements that need to be met before they become available. Okay. Let's do research for our mission. Is it here? Nope. Building upgrades. Yep. Asset containment unit or ACU. And here it is. Reload speed. That is done. We need to construct ACU center next. And that we can do from here and place it like that. And now we have a better selection of pets to choose from. Like this wide or this fancy one. But let's go with this normal narrow one. Okay. And finally, let's incubate a Edmontosaurus. I will skip incubation time for the sake of this video. And boom, done. Let's see him.
This next bit is gonna sound a little crazy because frankly, it is. But we are gonna encourage one of the dinosaurs to breach our containment grid. We'll then react and see if our procedures and personnel are up to the challenge.
Yes. So at this point, I'd like to take back everything I just said about this guy.
The ACU, or Asset Containment Unit, should be your first port of call to bring down a rampaging dinosaur.
And now we are going to pilot a helicopter. Access ACU and helicopter and boom.
Okay, we have our runner. Time to tag him and bag him. We're using less than lethal, but remember, that dinosaur doesn't know this is just supposed to be a drill. So watch your back.
While I understand the need to keep our security as sharp as possible, this is not the way I would go about doing it.
You have a problem with how we keep you safe, Doctor. I'm happy to discuss it at a later time. Right now, we have our hands full.
Okay. Do we have a second shot? Yep. 2 out of 2.
Objective complete.
And he's done. Good job.
Controls reassigned.
You'll need to call in the offshore transport team to safely move this dinosaur back to its enclosure.
Under ACU options, click on transport unit and then on dinosaur and then here, for example.
En route to collect the asset. Asset in transit.
Let's watch this cool way of transportation, right? You can access ACU by pressing T on your keyboard. Oh, so cool.
Asset has been delivered.
Good animation. And mission done.
And that's the job finished. True and square. Look, the thing is, we're still learning where our boundaries are when it comes to keeping these animals under control. God knows they're working out ways to exploit our weaknesses. Guess we'll find out who gets to the limits of our abilities first. Us or them. Ever vigilant.
And that's always been the challenge of the Jurassic industrial complex. Exploitation versus security. The immense potential for profit and for violence.
I hope you enjoy watching the video and that you like the game as much as I do. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon when you do. If you have some tips or questions, please leave a comment and stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching.